We are constantly looking for ideas because we are determined that this great injustice that has been visited upon the Cuban people, that this injustice must be brought to an end. We are also conscious that it doesn't only affect Cuba, it affects the whole of the Caribbean, because we have an interest in solidifying our entire region as a regional economy, a regional civilization. And Cuba, relations with Cuba are extremely critical to achieving that. In spite of this blockade, all of the CARICOM countries, all of the independent countries of CARICOM have embassies in Cuba, and Cuba in turn has embassies in all of the independent territories of CARICOM. We also have, every 3 years, a Cuba CARICOM Heads of Government Summit. And in between those summits, we have regular meetings of the foreign ministers of CARICOM and the Cuban foreign minister. And of course, we have all kinds of collaboration in education and healthcare and agriculture and disaster response, all kinds of areas that we do collaborate. And one of the things that one of our strategies for dealing with the blockade is simply to intensify the contacts and the relationships between CARICOM countries and Cuba. That's one way of getting around the blockade and helping to subvert it. And so we are doing that. Barbados and Cuba, for example, we have a Barbados-Cuba cooperation agreement, and we are forging all kinds of linkages. And you know, what pleased me about a week ago, I was very pleased that because for many years, Cuba has been offering scholarships to Barbados, and Barbadians have been going to Cuba to study on scholarship. And, you know, within the last couple of years, Barbados has reciprocated. So we have offered 10 scholarships to Cuba, and 2 of the students arrived in Barbados about a week ago to start their studies in Barbados at the tertiary level. So yes, so those kinds of relations are being fostered. But we know what a great disruptor that blockade is, and how much damage it has done and continues to do.